Hey, good morning everyone and welcome back to Garden Mess. So I went ahead and planted up some beets. I planted up some Detroit dark red. I have 3 rows in this little raised bed, and I have some garlic next to it that I had planted. So I'll have some garlic over here, some beets over here, and I'm still working on the rest of my vegetable garden, my fall plantings. I put some broccoli in here, and I haven't yet cut everything back, but I probably need to start doing it because these summer crops, they're probably not going to keep producing. These are my bush beans, and they do have little flowers on them, so I think they're going to start setting some food, but there's definitely something causing the leaves to be weird looking. I've never grown them before, so this will be a learning experience for me. But I am starting to fill in these empty spots, and I do still have some summer squash growing. My pole beans are getting taller, and I've noticed something is eating my leaves. I'm not too sure what, but lots of leaves are getting munched on. So I'll have to probably come out here and spray or something. Anyway, I'm not too sure. And then some of my leaves are turning yellow. But I watered it last night real good. And, ooh, I got dirt on that one. So I'll have to come out here and just clean it up some, just to be on the safe side. But you see I have more broccoli. And I got these little broccoliette, anyway, I forget what they're called, but they're like a broccoli intermixed with an asparagus or something. So I planted some of those, but I do have some carrots starting to come up, and I re-sowed carrots over here because whatever I sowed before did not come up. But when I was sowing some new seeds, I noticed that there were some roots, but just no tops. So I don't know. Someone said to use this little way of keeping the moisture in the ground, but we'll see. We'll see if that works. I don't recall having to do that last year, but then again, I didn't sow them till a little later in the season. We're still having like 90 degree afternoon temps. So I have to be careful with the timing of the sowing. All right, so I put little burrow lines, and they're 1/2 inch deep. And if you look closely, I've got my little seeds in there. And so they go down all the rows, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. Actually 5 rows. This row is another radish row. So now I'm just gonna gently cover all the rows. I noticed that there were a couple ants crawling around. And I don't know if they steal your seeds or not. I hope not. Anyway, just gently tapping it down. Now on this one, these are the Detroit dark red also, as well. And they are like a 65-day or 59-day harvest. And I'm looking forward. I've never grown beets before. I like them. My husband doesn't like them, but I don't think he's ever had them fresh. And then these are the cherry bell radishes, which I plan to eat some of the leaves. Like, I'm not so concerned, like if the roots don't grow the radishes, I'm not all that concerned. I'm not a big radish fan. I will pickle them. But for the most part, I'm going to end up eating the little microgreens, like the little baby leaves. All right, so I've got to water this in. Again, 5 rows of the beets and 5 rows of the radishes and 5 rows of the beets. And this pot has a little water reservoir at the bottom. So I can move that to my driveway if I need to. And that way I can utilize some of this concrete space. All right, hopefully it works. I planted up some red lettuce and some, this is like a bunching lettuce, like a romaine. It's morning. It's the leaf romaine. I will probably end up taking most of the red leaf romaine leaves and putting them in salads quite often, even as little baby leaves. But I'm going to let them get a little bit of size before I start plucking on them. And then I planted one broccoli there. I still have to do my cabbage. I haven't quite found the space for the cabbage yet because of the summer crops. I've been waiting for either the cucumber to keel over and die, or maybe the cold temps to whack the tomatoes back, but I don't see that anytime soon, so I'll probably end up putting them in the landscape, which is okay because they make it pretty ornamental. So I'm okay with that. It's kind of messy, y'all. But next year I hope to have it organized so much better because I'll be reading the Square Foot Gardening book over the winter when there's not much to do. And I'll probably reconfigure this whole thing because one of the things that we are really enjoying are these watermelons. They're so good and tasty. And the one watermelon patch out there did really, really, really well. So we're excited about that. We want to put them in our yard again next year, as well as the cantaloupe, because the cantaloupe tastes amazing. It tasted like bananas. Oh, it's so good. So what I'm going to do right now, and this is my plan for today, for this part of the day anyway, is that I'm going to be removing some of my penstemon, and I have a salvia of some sort in here, and I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to plant me some cabbage. At least I think that's what this is. I'm pretty sure this is cabbage. Yes, red cabbage. I cook with red cabbage more than any other cabbage, and so it is actually a cabbage that I do want. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and set up the camera, and I'm going to be digging out these plants right here and planting my cabbages. Now the cabbage needs to stay, spacing is 24 inches apart. So I think I can squeeze 4 of them in here in this one little quadrant. And that's what I'm going to do because I've already planted up some lettuces and some broccoli in this area right here. And as my perennials die back and as the annuals die, this space, by the time these start to grow and get big and bulk up, the other plants will be gone. So let me get to that. Now I do have a bucket with some potty mix, and then I'm going to put them into this bucket temporarily. I need to get me some more soil and some compost, but that plant was not, that was 2 plants in one. They were growing, their roots were intermixed. So that's a salvia plus a penstemon of some sort, but self-seeded. And I found a seed head, a dried seed head that I'll save the seeds. and this is to the penstemon. So I'll save this, but anyway, so I do have a annual right here. It's just a little penta on the corner, and then I see that I have an itty bitty, it didn't even grow, but it's a plume flower, that little piece of green right there. So it's a plume flower, hasn't grown. I'm going to try to overwinter it, or I might relocate it somewhere else where it might be able to thrive. But then once I get that removed, then I'll be able to plant my cabbages. Alright, I got that planted in a different location. Had to go grab some not diatomaceous earth, some, I got me some biotone and some fertilizer. Okay, that's 2. Let's get 2 more. Got some rainwater in this container. I can't reach that far. Well, everyone, that's going to do it for me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And until next time, enjoy gardening. Be blessed. Bye-bye.